Okay, our objective for today is to find the surface area of pyramids and cones. And there is a general formula to do this as well, but we're going to do our first one by just doing separate surfaces. So the surface area is going to be the base area plus the lateral area. The base area obviously is just a simple square, 10 by 10. The lateral area is made up of 4 triangles. Now the triangles each have a base and height, but you don't want the height of the pyramid. What you want is the slant height, because 12 is the height of the pyramid, but the slant height is actually 13, and that's the height of the actual triangle that we need to find the area of. So doing some substitution, we come up with a total area of 360 square meters. Okay, now let's take a look at the formula, the general formula for the surface area of a pyramid. It's base area plus lateral area. Now the base area for this particular figure is going to be length times width. The lateral area is going to be made up of 4 triangles. Now each of these triangles has a base and height. The base of the triangle is 12. You can look at the triangle over here on the pyramid and you can see that the slant height is going to be 10. So that's actually going to be the height of our triangles. The lateral area is made up of these 4 triangles that are base times, or 1/2 base times the slant height. If we simplify that, you can see that 4b is the same as the perimeter of the base, and we can substitute and say that the lateral area is going to be 1/2 PL. And this is our general formula. It's base area plus 1/2 PL. So 12 times 12 is your base, and doing some substitution, you come up with a surface area of 384 square units. Okay, why don't you try to use that formula, see if you can find the surface area of this equilateral triangular pyramid. Alright, so the general formula again we said is base area plus lateral area, where the base this time is a triangle, so I'm going to use 1/2 BH for that base area. And then the lateral area is going to be 1/2 PL, where P is the perimeter of the base and L is the slant height. So I'm going to pull this base out. All the triangles look like this. And I'm going to try to find the area, the height of this triangle. I know this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So the altitude, or the height of the triangle, has to be 4√3. So doing some substitution now, I know that the height of the triangle is 4√3. That also happens to be the slant height of the pyramid, 4√3. Do some simple substitution, and we come up with the exact area and estimate for the surface area of the pyramid. So cones, believe it or not, use the same general formula, base area plus lateral area. And the lateral area is going to be given by that same 1/2 PL. Of course, with a circular base, we don't call it perimeter, we call it circumference, and circumference is pi d. If I were to simplify this a little bit, we know that half the diameter is the radius, so I can substitute r in for 1/2 d and say that the lateral area is going to be pi rl. And now we do some simple substitution, and we have our surface area. Okay, so let's take a look at this formula again. The surface area is the base area plus the lateral area. The base area is a circle, and this lateral area is this sector, basically. So putting some measurements in there, pi r squared plus pi rl will give you the entire surface area of this figure. Comes out to 24 pi. So pause the video here and see if you can find the surface area of this object. It's got 3 main surfaces. You first got to start with if you're going to work from bottom up, find the base area of the cylinder. That's just going to be simple pi r squared. Then you've got the lateral area of the cylinder, which you remember is pi dh. Now, the top of the cylinder and the bottom of the cone are not exposed, so all that's left is the lateral area of the cone, which we know to be pi rl. And we might have to figure out some things here, like the diameter is 6, so the radius is 3. We already know the height, but I think we need to find the slant height. of the cone. We don't know that. So if the base is 3, looks like the height of the cone is going to be 4, because 9 minus 5 would be 4. And there you go. That's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. The slant height's 5. And then just simplify, and you've got your exact solution and your estimate. Once again, you should pause here and see if you can figure this one out on your own. It's much like the figure we just did, except it's a prism with a pyramid on top. So the base area of the prism, you're going to use 1/2 PA or 1/2 NSA. You're going to have to do some calculations to find the apothem. You've also got the lateral area of the prism and the lateral area of the pyramid, which is given by 1/2 PL. So let's see what we can figure out here. The perimeter of the base is 36 because it's a hexagon and each side 6. Let's figure out what the apothem would be. It is a hexagon, so that's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Looks like the apothem is going to be 3√3. So we'll plug that in to find the base area. We already know pH. We need the slant height. Is the slant height given? I don't think so. So let's see. 3√3 is your apothem. 4 is your height. 9 minus 5 is 4. So if you do Pythagorean theorem, you'll see that the slant height's √43. So we do some substitution, simplify what we can, and give an estimate. Okay, this figure is a cylinder with a cone cut out of the top of it. So as far as surface area, I'm going to have to find the lateral area of the cone. That's exposed. Also, that's pi RL. The lateral area of the cylinder, pi dH, that's exposed. And then the bottom of the cylinder. Those are my 3 main surfaces. So let's substitute some numbers in there. Let's see, pi RL. I know the radius is 6. And now I can see that right triangle up there. 6, 8, 10 has to be the slant height. So we can do some substitution. The radius is 6, the slant height's 10. Now we need the height of the cylinder. We know the diameter is 12, the height's 11, and then 6 is your radius. So you have everything you need. Just simplify and give an estimate. And as usual, we will close out with the mistake of the day. Catch you next time.